What's going on, everybody? Hello, hello. It's been a while. Should have left you. With a dope beat. Step two, step two, step two. Oh God, I'm an idiot. Sorry for. I know I was a little late. I know, totally my fault. Um, I had a bunch of stuff I had to do, and just life in general getting in the way. But I do apologize for being late. I do. Just want to make sure everybody can hear me okay. I'm just going to test my audio really quick and make sure everything's going good. And I hope everybody's doing good today. And let's see what we got here. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Sounds good? Okay. All right, I'll wait for some people to pop in. All right. Okay. Tim, how's it going? How you doing? Hello, hello. Okay. All right. Perfect. Perfect. That's what I like to see. All right. So, take a sip of water here. Ah. Whew. What a busy week it has been. I gotta back this. I gotta move this over. This is yet again stuff I should have done before starting the stream. There we go. Scoot that over a little bit. That's much better. There we go. Now it's not all up in my face. Big disgrace. All right. Perfect. Okay, so welcome to another Thrill of the Hunt. Sorry for the delay. Like I said, sorry for being late and all that fun stuff. I'm just getting a couple of things set up. There's a lot to talk about today. There's something that you guys would like to talk about, by all means, throw it in the chat. I can see everything here, and we can chat about it. But yeah, we got a bunch of toy stuff to talk about. Obviously, there's a couple things within the toy community that I'd like to talk about. Toy community, back off my lane a little bit. It's a bit much. But there is stuff that has happened that I would like to talk about, and I just can't. I can't catch my my breath today. This happens every time I'm live. Normally, if I'm sitting around talking to somebody, no problems. But okay. I've also just kind of, I don't know, me and my girlfriend and I both started to feel not so good the other day. It's starting to clear up a little bit, but it's like that time of year where it's like cold and wet out, and it's just not fun, But all right, we'll pull up a couple different places. I want to get Amazon up here too. I did throw Amazon in the description link in this video for the Lightning Collection, Power Rangers Lightning Collection, Alien Ranger 5-pack. So you can go right in the description if you're looking to pre-order that, and you can pre-order it. I also posted a link earlier today, a direct link to Amazon. You can pre-order it on Hasbro Pulse. Let me just see if it's still up on Hasbro Pulse. I think it is. This should be one of those exclusives where it's not. I don't think it's going to be too hard to get, because it is a Hasbro Pulse and Amazon exclusive. So it shouldn't be too hard to get. Hopefully it's not sold out. For some reason, Hasbro Pulse always sells out of things very quickly. Come on, where are you? Come on. They're going to make me do this the hard way and go to the brands section. And I do have a 4K. What you call it? I do have a 4K. And it's sold out on Hasbro Pulse, of course. I swear to God, that this company. We're going to talk about Hasbro for a little bit here. I swear to God. But my webcam is a 4K webcam, but StreamYard maxes out at 1080p, which is kind of sucks right now because I'm not paying a subscription to StreamYard, which I probably will. Hey, Brenda, how's it going? I'm only shooting at 720, which kind of sucks. I'm not going to lie. Like 720 is like, come on, 2022. Everything should be 1080 or 4K at this point. But next stream, I promise, will be at least 1080, like last stream was. Last stream was 1080, and I had no issues. Now, I don't know if they switched it or something, where now you have to pay for more for just freaking 1080. I mean, 1080 should be standard at this point. I just come on, StreamYard, get your shit together. KJ Smith, what's going on, buddy? How are you? We're gonna talk some. I'm gonna rant a little bit about Hasbro just because there's stuff to talk about. We're gonna discuss the whole Dorkside Toys thing. I was gonna make a separate recorded video about this, but it seems like I enter more ears when I'm doing live streams as opposed to, not. When doing recorded videos, people don't, I guess, listen to them as much when it's in podcast form, as opposed to watching it live. I guess it makes it a little bit more accessible for people to watch stuff. But let me just make sure I'm not goofing up here and doing something silly. Sorry, just a couple things I want to check just before we get officially going here. If you guys have any questions, like I said, just leave them in the chat and I'll be able to see them. Right. I just got to double check this. Make sure everything's copacetic on the YouTube front. Because I don't want to be not that. All right. This. Okay. And of course that. And I want to turn. There we go. And save. There we go. All right. So, Thrill the Hunt. Here we are. Okay. I'm sure more people will trickle in here and there, and I'll recap and everything before I end the stream. Let me know in the comments section or in the chat if my audio's good. I tested everything before I started, so everything should be good. Let me just, there we go. That might actually help with kind of drowning myself out here. Anyway, so I'm going to screen share here, and we're going to get going on this. But before I do screen share, actually, I did want to rant about something. I did want to talk about a couple things. And the things that I do want to talk about is Dorkside Toys. The last 3 weeks, Dorkside Toys, and I've been hearing about this for the last few weeks, and I didn't want to give it too much credence just because I didn't know how much of it was true, but there was the rumblings that they were going to be filing Chapter 11 bankruptcy. And a lot of people were like, no, they're not. And, it's just a rumor. And I kind of waited for all of the, all of the chips to fall, if you may, to actually see what was going on before I actually started saying anything about it. But I was discussing stuff with people online and people that know people that work at Dorkside Toys, and yeah, they're definitely going out of business. And now, even if you go to their site right now, it says final days, all stock reduced, going out of business sale. So they've officially, finally come out and said it. Now, this is my thing. There's two sides of this coin. It is a shame that another big retailer toy business is going out of business. And that sucks. It really does. It does suck. And it sucks for us collectors, and it does suck for the people working for Dorkside Toys, that we're just, not in charge of Dorkside Toys, but, working for them and employed. And I guess there was a couple disgruntled employees coming out saying that, they're going out of business. They're not taking any more pre-orders, all this stuff. And then like a week later, after people started leaking that information, then you started to see that the pre-order started getting taken away about 2 weeks ago. And here we are now, 2 weeks later, and essentially they're going out of business. Not essentially, they are going out of business. So like I said, that does suck from the ex-employees. They're now out of a job. They have to find a new job now. And, it's never easy going through that. I was laid off from a job this year, the beginning of this year, that I was working for about 2.5 years since I had moved here. And that sucks. I mean, you move to a totally different area you're not used to. You finally get a job that you're good at, and they have to lay you off because nothing you did, but because what the company is changing. And what's funny about that is that I was actually going in for training for a different position that would not have been let go. And I was supposed to start training that the day that they let me go. So, and that sucks. It really does. I was really kind of upset about that. And, much as unemployment is a thing, it's never what you need it to be, and you have to constantly jump through hoops with unemployment to make sure that you're getting your unemployment. It's just a big ball of suck. Nobody wants to go through it. No one wants to deal with it. And it's not been a very good year for a lot of people. And that does take its toll. Sorry, I'm going to be doing a lot of talking, so I'm going to be also hydrating quite a bit. My nose is super stuffed up, so if I do need to blow my nose, I will mute you. Don't worry. Yeah, Brenda, it's not a fun thing. And it sucks that we're losing another outlet. The big three that I always saw, I always saw a Dorkside as a big part of that online retailer source. They weren't as big, I don't think, as obviously Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth, but I always saw them in the mix. And it was good to have that variety with those big three right there. And now that we're losing one, granted, there are plenty of other online retailers out there. There's Big Boy Collectibles. There's Empire, what was it? Empire Toys or something like that. There's a couple local businesses around me. Needless Collectibles is a really good one to go to physically. And that's in, I think, just South Carolina. I think it's about less than an hour away from me, about 35-40 minutes. And that's an opportunity for a smaller online retailer to grow. There's other websites like Nerdzoic and stuff like that, and all those guys, but it also makes you stop and think, because I was considering trying to get into, maybe possibly getting into that business in the near future, and it kind of makes you hold up, and obviously, makes you want to say maybe I should pump the brakes on that idea. But in that same token, you don't know what Dorkside situation could be totally different from anybody else's situation. So what happened with them, we don't know the specifics, but it is a shame that they're closing. Now, from business ethics standpoint, I don't necessarily agree with how they handled themselves going out of business. Here's the thing. You have customers. Now, regardless of whether you're going out of business or not, there wasn't a whole lot said. And ethics-wise, I think it's your responsibility and your duty as a source, a retail source for people that do have orders with you, to let them know what is going on, as opposed to taking down stuff off the site without letting people know, taking away their pre-orders where they could have pre-ordered from somebody else, and possibly now those pre-orders are now gone. You can't. I mean, if you had a pre-order through Dorkside Toys and it's now sold out everywhere else, you're screwed. You're completely screwed. I mean, I was talking to a bunch of people online. I mean, even just in the Valaverse page, they're like, I had over $1,000 worth of product pre-ordered through Dorkside Toys, and they just took it away. They're not going to fulfill it because they're not doing any more future pre-orders, and they just took down everything. Literally, there's no Valaverse on their website at all. It's gone. And that's a huge strike against their ethics, I think, especially in your final days as a business. Now, I know it's tough. I've had friends that have had businesses fail. My father had a business that failed. I've seen it. It's not easy, but you want to maintain your ethics as I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just like, I'm thinking like Superman. I've always strived to be like Superman and want to be as ethical and as logical and as true as possible. And I would want to let my customers know that, hey, things aren't going so well for us. Here's the situation. At least send them an email, a courtesy. But you had customers calling them, asking them what's going on, and all you said was, we're no longer taking pre-orders. We can't give any more further information than that. Yes, you can. You absolutely can. You're just choosing not to. And that I don't agree with. That is bad business. And that maybe is just one little reason why they're going out of business. Now, personally, I have never had one issue with Dorkside Toys, whether it was a purchase, a pre-order, a return, nothing. They usually got figures, especially Black Series figures, pretty early. So I never really had an issue personally with them. And I actually even got my Commando. Where is he? Floating around here somewhere. Here he is. Which we'll discuss why he looks this certain way in a future video. But I got my Commando from for the Valaverse Desert Commando is what I'm calling him. I know he's called something else, like Infantry Commando or something. But I got my stuff, which is great and all, but there's a lot of people that didn't get their stuff. And that sucks, which means that they got a limited quantity, and they probably only fulfilled the orders that were already paid. Now, if you paid, here's a loophole. If you paid with PayPal through Dorkside Toys, they charged you immediately. If you just pre-ordered with your credit card through Dorkside Toys, they didn't charge you. So they didn't have to fulfill that order. Now, legally, they could have either refunded me, but they did fulfill my order. So, sorry, I bumped the microphone there. I don't know. Personally, on one side of things, it sucks that they're out of business, but on the other, they didn't help themselves much going out the way they're going out. Not communicating with customers is not a good thing. I know sometimes it's tough to communicate with every single customer, but I mean, that's just part of being a business. You got to know what you're doing, and clearly they didn't think that was a priority, but which sucks. Brandon says that says a lot about their customer service. they should have just finished out those last orders. Yeah, they should have. And they really did screw a lot of other people over, and that sucks because now a lot of other people missed out on, a lot of toys that they could have got from elsewhere if they would have known ahead of time. And just to take the pre-orders down, I mean, it's like you're getting the stock in if you've already got the orders. I don't know. But I will share a link now. Let me see if I can. I don't know if I can share a link in chat. I'll try. But I'll share a link. Bobby Valla came out and had something to say about this. And this is why I respect this dude, because the guy gets it. He gets what it's like to A, be a collector, and A, be a toy owner of a company, and to also have worked in the toy industry and understand the frustrations on all three fronts. So, let me just find where that is, and I will link it in the chat if I can. If I cannot, then I'll show you. If you just go to, let me just see. I'm wasting time. I should just go straight to the page. But he made a video talking about, what he plans to do with, a lot of people missing. There it is. It's called a very important update. Let's see if I can. First, let me turn my volume down. I wish I could just. Sorry, everybody. Took 1 second. Now I'm going to get copyright stricken for that. All right. I cannot copy. Oh, there we go. Are you going to copy? And then we will paste it. Let's see if I can pay. I don't think I can put. Oh, maybe it'll let me. Will it? Will it? Yes. So if you go to that link, that's directly to the update for the Dorkside Toys Infantry Commando. And that is from the owner of Valaverse. He wanted to let everybody know that, he's going to try and come through and fix the issue, which is the unavailability of that exclusive Dorkside Toys figure. So, but yeah, so there's that I did want to talk about. So Dorkside Toys no longer around. It's unfortunate for everybody all around. I wish they would have handled it a little bit better, but it's a moot point. They're out of business. No longer. Goodbye. That does give other people opportunity to take that spot or whatever, and step up. But there's a lot of sales on there right now. I know they're probably going to be doing even more sales the further and further they get. There's no Mezco figures on there. There's no Valaverse figures on there. Let's see if there's even any Lightning collection on there. There was a day ago when I checked. Yeah, there is. It's very little amount, but it's going to be strictly as to only what they have in stock. They have. Let's see. I'll just start screen sharing here. Present. All right. Okay. And share. There we go. All right. So if we go to the old dork side, or dead side, I should say, they have what they have here in stock, and I'm assuming, like I said, they're probably going to have more and more sales down the line. I don't know why this is all loading in weird. Refresh this. I don't know why there's Batman products over here. You got the diecast Batmobile over here. Why? is going on. But this is what they have pretty much for Lightning Collection. And I'll hit up. Let's see what they have for DC stuff. I hate it when I get something stuck in my mouth. Yeah. I mean, they have Nightwing for $7.99. They have Dark Knight Returns, Carrie Kelly Robin for $7. So it's very minimal what they have. Let's check G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe, this is pretty much it. It's, it's getting slim pickings. They're going out of business, and they're going out of business quick. There's not barely anything. It's mostly like t-shirts and pop Funkos. Who wants those? Ugh. But yeah, that is that. And that's I think here's some Black Series. Let's see what they have for Black Series stuff. Sales. Commander Wolf at $12. That's a score. I would go for that. They have Dangar for $12. They have friggin' Wrecker for 12 or 15, $16. If you need any of these filler figures, that's it. I mean, hopefully this will drop, because that's a really good figure set, that deluxe Return of the Jedi Boba Fett. But that is what they have. That is about it. A lot of Bad Batch figures on sale. That deluxe Dagobah Luke, it's probably the best Luke Skywalker that the Black Series has made, as far as the likeness to Mark Hamill. For $25, I would go for that. That's a score right there. That's an absolute score. But yeah, that is about all the amount of time I wanted to spend on Dorkside. So that is it. Rest in peace, Dorkside. Now, moving on. Hopefully everybody's ready here. Motu Tila's in there. Let me go back and check, because I didn't check the Motu stuff. Let's see. Where is Mattel? No Motu over here? I guess they took it down. You gotta type it in sometimes. Oh, not Moi. Moiti. No, nothing. No Motu anything. Master verse. Nothing. There is no Motu anything there. It's all gone. All right. So moving on to the old Hasbro Pulse. Now, I wanted to talk about this. I'm going to kind of talk about it a little bit in my upcoming Lightning Collection Time Force Blue review. But I wanted to talk about it a little bit now. This was my, I think, first official. Let me stop screen sharing really quick. I'm just all over the place today. All right. Just for a second. I got my first windowless packaging. This is my other part of the rant, by the way. So we're going to rant, then we're going to go through some stuff. Jason, what's going on, buddy? You pre-ordered, sadly? Why do you say that? Go, Alien Rangers. Sorry. So my first windowless packaging figure was this. And let me just say, yet again, business ethics. I'm going to keep this is going to be a stream. I should have just titled this stream Business Ethics, because this is some of the cheapest crap I have ever witnessed in my life. The presentation sucks. The artwork sucks. They took away the actual good artwork that they had with. Here, let me just bring in. I got a bunch of crap all over the place. This artwork I enjoyed. It was cool. I liked the display. You know, I mean, how much plastic are they actually using with this thin plastic? You know, like is this really a deal breaker? This much plastic, this little window right here, and then the plastic that keeps everything contained and protected and sealed and weapons straight. Sometimes, for the most part, this was the better option. This right here, you had a picture of the figure on the back. You have a picture of the artwork of the character right here that kind of bent over. It looked good. And then you even have a picture right here. And this looks good. It looks official. When you saw this in store, you knew what you were getting. This looks like cheap shit. I'm going to say it. This looks like hot drizzling shit's garbage. Okay? I don't like this. No one likes this. The presentation is garbage. The fact of the matter that you have your figure rolling around in a cheap, crappy bag really annoys the shit out of me. And I'm sorry for swearing a lot, but this is frustrating. This is what your figure comes in. Okay? This thin little bag that you could get from like this is dollar store presentation right here. This is trash. One string holding your figure and your accessories together. Your figure is put in the same bag as your accessories, so they're banging around. You know, the plastic hitting plastic. What usually happens? Scrapes the paint, damages the figure. This is trash. This is just the absolute drizzling shits. And I don't care. I don't care how many Hasbro apologists want to get angry. This is something that needs to be said because this is unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable that you're spending $33 or $34 for a figure that has quality control concerns up the ass. Like that figure, the bike itself is pretty good. The figure, just wait for the review. You'll see it. I'm not just nitpicking. This isn't me blowing things out of proportion. When you buy a brand new figure and the legs are so loose to the point where you can't even stand the figure, it's a complete and utter failure. When my head sculpt has line work that's like one line's supposed to be meeting the other line like this, and one line's like up here, and then there's like gaps in the line. There's like cut gaps in the line because the accessories were banging around and hitting the line work. The fact that you can't get paint right for the helmet. I mean, the one thing to not get wrong is the head sculpt. And all you did was get it wrong. And this isn't just me. I'm not the only reviewer that has had issues. Excuse me. There's multiple. I mean, you go and look up any review, and I guarantee the majority of reviews are going to have quality control concerns with that figure. This set is a disaster. It is not worth the price point. This should be a $24 set. As far as presentation, as far as packaging, and as far as figure quality, it's a $24 figure at best. This is a disgrace. It's an embarrassment. And I swear to God, if I hear one person say, well, it's for the environment. To the moon, Alice. To the moon. Because this has nothing to do with the environment. I'm sick of hearing that just trash come out of people's mouth. It's not. It's not for the environment. You know what it's for? Money. The sweet Quan. Money. That's what it's for. Jason's laughing at me because I'm ranting. And that's the problem, Jason. It's not. These aren't made in China anymore. These are made now in Vietnam. Yeah. Let that sink in. Okay. Your quality has gone down. Why? Because they switched factories to Vietnam. Because I had to call where I purchased this from, which was Amazon. And funny little note, Amazon doesn't want anything to do with this anymore. Because when you go to contact customer support, guess whose phone number they put in there? Not their own. They put in Hasbro Pulse's. They're shipping all their defects and customer problems off the straight directly to Hasbro. I called Hasbro and they're like, "Oh, well, I'm sorry for, all the problems." And there's more problems. You'll see it in the review. There's more problems. But they tried telling me, "Oh, we don't have any in stock right now. I just called the warehouse." And, "Oh, okay. Let's check that. Let's just check that. Let's come back over here. We don't have any more in the warehouse." You don't, huh? Let's take a look over here. Let's just take a look right here. Huh? Does that say sold out to you guys? Does this say sold out? Because, I could buy one right now. Look at this. It seems to me that this is in stock. But yet, Hasbro Pulse told me they were sold out. Find that very interesting. I'd like to know what's going on over at good old Hasbro Pulse, where they don't even know that they have stuff in stock or not. So not only am I not getting a replacement, I'm getting some other figure I don't know as a replacement. They're like, "Oh, well, you can keep that, and we'll just send you some other crap that you don't want, or you probably already have. And we'll send it. So make sure you send you a figure that's of equal value." Okay. But if you send me something I already have, what good does that do me? If I have a figure that doesn't work, what help does that do? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. This is just ignorance. It's stupid. It's stupidity and it's ignorance. I don't understand. I really don't get it. This is the utter stupidity. And I know first world problems. I get it. All toys are a luxury. This is not something that we need. But when I pay money for something, I expect at least for the thing to do what it's supposed to do, which is stand there and hold a pose. Can't do it. Failure. I expect it to at least look and represent what it's supposed to represent. Doesn't do that. I don't know. When I buy a product, I expect, I guess maybe I have higher standards than Hasbro does. Because what you showed us in even this is not what I got. And that's annoying. It's just annoying. It doesn't ruin my day, but it does annoy the shit out of me. And I also have a huge dot on my civilian head sculpt. It's a big black dot right on the cheek. So I can't use the civilian head sculpt and just have him hold the helmet. I have to have the helmet on because there's a big black dot on his cheek that's not supposed to be there, and I can't get it off. So I can't use the civilian head. I can't use the helmeted head. This figure is just absolutely useless. There's blue plastic bleeding through the white on his chest, all up on here, on his shoulders. You'll see it all in the review. Like I said, the proof is in the pudding. The body itself is entirely too skinny. It's just this set is a mess. Don't buy it. I'm telling you, please do yourself do your wallet some justice and just don't buy it. And this is a shame because I like Time Force. Time Force is Not my favorite season. My favorite season will always be Lost Galaxy, followed by In Space. That's just my personal preference. And then there's some others. I would say it's the that range, the top 5, maybe it's probably closer to 5 or 6. But I enjoy the season. I want to get the whole team. And it's just they're making money hand over fist, and we're just allowing them to continuously do this over and over and over again, over and over and over and over and over again. More excuses, more price hikes, spend less, spend more, get less. It's the opposite of pay less shoes. Remember that old pay less shoes motto? Spend less, get more. The Hasbro is the Plexico Burress of the toy industry. You guys not? Let me know in the chat if you guys know who Plexico Burress is. Just type a thumbs up if you do. But anyway, if you don't know, you actually don't have to. You don't have to do all that. Lost Galaxy is your favorite too? Yeah, I love Lost Galaxy. Leo's, I think, my favorite Power Ranger. So Plexico Burress was a NFL wide receiver, won a Super Bowl with the Giants. I think it was back in 2004 against the New England Patriots. Okay, I believe he had the game-winning touchdown. I believe. Pretty sure. Anyway, game-winning touchdown. He was a big deal for a little while, and seen as one of the best wide receivers in the league. I think about a year or two later, he is entering a club, had a gun on him, and he shot himself in the leg and then went to jail for it. Hasbro is that. Hasbro is the guy that walks into the club. Everyone wants to be around him, and oh, hey, look, it's Plexico Burress. Let's go do a shot with Plexico Burress, or let's buy him a shot, or let's try to get a photo with him. And then he shoots himself in the leg and goes to prison. Stupid mistake. The guy looks like an idiot for doing it. What are you carrying around a gun for anyway? Don't you have enough money for bodyguard? This is the type of stuff that you're asking yourself every time you buy a Hasbro product, right? Why does he keep shooting himself? Why is he carrying around a gun? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? I don't know. You got enough money to buy 20 security guards or 20 cops or off-duty cops, whatever. Well, he's carrying around a gun in a club. What are you doing? It's just stupidity leak after stupidity leak. And that's the comparison, is that, we want to buy a product. They have products that we want, but they continuously find ways to shoot themselves over and over and over again and kind of annoy the collector, piss off the collector. Oh, well, we'll show them promo shots for this. It's not coming out until 2 years from now or a year and a half from now. And then we'll drop it on them out of nowhere, which makes no sense. Why are you even bothering with your release dates anymore? You might as well just say, well, release date to be announced. And then just say, hey, we'll do a pulse update, and then just tell people it's coming out next month. If you don't know, don't say it's coming out next year, and then you drop like 5 waves on people in like 2 months later. That's just stupid. That is stupid, and it's bad business. On top of that, you have products that people want, but you make it hard. Why do you make it so hard for people to get the thing and then get the thing that's correct? They released 5, and this is just with the Lightning Collection, 5 versions of the Lunar Wolf from Wild Force. Why do you say 5 versions of the same figure? Well, because they didn't get the stripes right. They still didn't put a holster on them like they're supposed to. The boots were white instead of silver. They just can't get right. I'm telling you, this company is run by a bunch of people that just don't care. All they care about is that sweet Quan. Gimme, gimme, gimme. More, more, more. Jason says, reminds me of how Hasbro treated Legends when they first got it. Just terrible figures ripping off collectors' goodwill. Yeah. I mean, that's how it was. I mean, the Lightning Collection's been out, though. I mean, and I don't even know if people that are running this brand know what the hell they're doing. I don't know if this is maybe one of the weaker lines that they're giving. Oh, they're like, oh, we're not going to do the Chinese factories for them anymore. That's too high quality shit for us. We're going to send them to the, jeez. It's just stupid. It's just stupid and it's baffling to me. It's embarrassing. They should be embarrassed. And the people running this brand, I would be embarrassed. Because, I mean, they can't even get line work right. They can't get stripes on a character. You're Hasbro. You literally own the thing now. You own Power Rangers. You have the Bible to Power Rangers. You have every single reference photo. You have everything. You have everything you need to reference what you need to. And guess what? And if you don't, you have Google. Or you could just, I don't know, watch the show. You could do that. It's not hard. You could literally hire me. I'll tell you every single reference of every single show, and I'll tell you how the line work's supposed to look on this one, how the details should look on that one. You could do that. It's baffling that the people that they're paying high dollar to can't get the job right. And they go cheaper and cheaper with factories, so factories are getting stuff wrong, and then no one's checking with quality control. This is a sign of people not doing their job. They're getting too lazy. They're not doing their job. Stuff's wrong all the time. Could you imagine if the car industry was like the toy industry? Could you imagine that? Imagine if they were just like, oh, you know what? We forgot to put brakes on your car. So good luck trying to get it back here so we can surface it for you. I know I'm comparing apples and oranges, but comparing the car industry to the toy industry, apples and oranges completely. I understand that, but I'm trying to prove a point here. Oh, Lord. They don't make it easy. They really don't make it easy. I will say this. The bike is really good. I like the bike. I don't like the symbol on the bike, though. It looks like, yeah, it's not centered on mine. At least my copy is not. It's not centered, and it doesn't look how it's supposed to. So, oh yeah, Jason, you're so right. They're trying to save the environment. And that is just such a great thing, isn't it? Let's chop down more trees to save the environment from all the plastic that we're making because we're a plastic company. But screw those trees, though, right? We're saving on plastic. We're helping the environment. But don't worry about all the trees we're cutting down to give you plastic-less packaging. Fucking balloon heads over there. Definitely getting demonetized now. I swear, there's just a bunch of window lickers working at Hasbro. People making all the board members just sitting over there. Oh, Lord. I just can't. I couldn't. I haven't ranted like this in a very long time. I've been on YouTube for over 10 years. And you guys know I've been a very docile person within the last few years. Okay. I just simply have not really had the time nor wanted to put in the effort to complaining about toys because, first world problems at the end of the day. But this is obnoxious at this point. This is just obnoxious. And the problem is like, you see this toy release, which I've seen reviews of, and this figure looks pretty good. He's well done. But then you get Time Force Blue in your hand, and you're like, what the hell happened? This is a totally different toy line? Is Time Force Blue from the dollar store and this one's from actual Hasbro? I don't know. But there's been a lot of issues with the recent waves. The most recent wave with the first edition of the windowless packaging, the plastic-less packaging. People have been having a lot of quality control concerns, and not to mention all the Ninjetti figures having quality control concerns, which I have 4 of them. The only quality control concern I have is with Ninja Yellow, with Aisha. There's a little bit of gapping in her leg, but that's I fixed it already. That's like nothing. Could you imagine if they made Alien Ranger head sculpt? Yeah, no. Oh boy. If they made the civilian Alien Ranger head sculpts, yeah, no. This is why I don't even bother with their civilian head sculpts, because they're usually pretty bad. And that's just being objective. That's not me being subjective. The majority of people would say, there's more. They're hopping on more L trains than they are getting those dubs, with head sculpts. I will say Andros is halfway decent, but the majority of them are just not very good. I mean, they still can't get Amy Jo Johnson down. But anyway, I'm not here to talk only Lightning Collection too. I'm going to talk about a bunch of other stuff, but like even the promo shots, you couldn't get the boots right. It just, oh my Lord, what are you doing? It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It really is. And why is stuff sold out all the time? I want to know why. I want to know why the source of where these figures come from is sold out. Where's the rest going? If one place shouldn't be sold out, it's Hasbro Pulse. Someone please explain the logic or the reasoning behind them being sold out of product. You can't tell me they don't have space. You can't tell me they don't have a warehouse not big enough. You can't tell me that they don't make enough for themselves. Like, you can literally make more. They can literally make more. They have their own factories. They can make as many as they want. They just choose not to. Andy, no problem, buddy. Enjoy the link. And I'm going to talk about those because that is a good thing. The Alien Rangers seem like a really good thing, and we're going to talk about that. I just wanted to get this all off my chest because it's been brewing for a while. I'm like a volcano. I'm exploding. But it's all for good. Trust me. I'm not just here trying to, trying to complain to complain. There's reasons behind the complaining. It's called constructive criticism. When the sales drop, Jason says, when the sales drop, they will definitely blame collectors for not buying their crappy figures. Yeah, that's what they do. That's what most big corporations do. I mean, hell, that's what the freaking movie industry does. Oh, well, no one wanted to see an all-female Ghostbusters. Well, I wonder why. Blame the fans because they didn't back it. Yes, blame the fans, not the shitty writing or the shitty directing or the shitty idea or, you know, any of that. No, don't blame that. Blame the fans because you guys are just the worst. Blame the people that have been buying stuff from you. Yes, blame that. Great job. Yep, I agree. I agree, Brenda. All right, so let's talk about something positive because I've gotten all the negativity out of my way. I am now 50 minutes in, and so speaking of Lightning Collection, while we're still here, we've got a 5-pack, ladies and gentlemen. We do. We have the Lightning Collection. Power Rangers 5-pack Alien Rangers, which I'll be honest with you, they did hint at it last year, or not last year, earlier this year, excuse me, my God, that they were going to do this. I believe there was like a hint at it over San Diego Comic-Con that they were going to do it. When they had some of the reveals of other stuff that was coming out, they hinted at, I believe, the Alien Rangers logo. But I did want to take a look at this because I did post about it earlier. This is something that this seems like something that a fan would come up with, right? It's more of a niche thing. Not everyone's gonna want to get this, but if you're a Power Rangers fan, you're gonna want to get the team, and they all come in one pack. It makes perfect sense. It's under regular retail per each figure. Each figure comes with everything it should, except for the civilian heads, which, like Jason said, I don't know if you guys really are going to want those civilian heads. If they would have made them. Excuse me. Jason also said a little bit back. Sorry, I missed that. Maisha was the only figure with the working ab crunch. Oh, well, that is a shame. Especially seeing as Kimberly or Kat, depending on who you get, the variant should be all working off the same body. That sucks. You feel like that Ninja Ranger pack is going to be a mess. You're bracing for it for the Alien Rangers. I think the pack looks good as long as they come out looking like they're supposed to. Like, now, technically, this prototype shot, I believe, is wrong because the little. Now, let me just go to my reference here. Let me make sure, because I'm pretty sure that those references are wrong, just off the naked eye, and that's due to a little triangle being gold as opposed to being black. Now, let's see if I'm right. Now, I believe there's two types of triangles here. Let me just take a look here. Yeah, this little triangle right here at the collar is supposed to be black, and these are all gold, and then on this one is black. Let's see if they got that right in the prototype photos, because I think before they got it wrong. Let's see if yellow is black. Oh, no, they got it right. Okay. All right. Wow. That is something I was not expecting. I was expecting yellow to be wrong, because he's wrong on the prototype image. If you look right here, he's gold instead of black. Now, this is a excessive nitpick, and this is something that probably most people won't even notice, but this is some shit I would notice. It's something to point out, I guess, but from the prototype photos, they look pretty good. I think they look good. Hopefully the quality isn't the same. Quality control concerns aren't the same as Time Force Blue. but you can see right here. I mean, he's got the black triangle. They all look pretty correct. I like it. I think they did a pretty good job here. And this actually doesn't even show right here what they really all come with, which is, I believe, they're supposed to come with hands and stuff, which they do. They're just not in the prototype photos for some reason. Let's go to Amazon and let's check and see if they've got it over here. Maybe not. But everybody looks good, though. This was I believe was this the first team on TV where there was a female leader? Yeah, I believe this was. So pretty cool there. I like that. I like that they got her by herself, and then they got the rest of the team members right here. It's still up for pre-order on Amazon, but unfortunately on Hasbro Pulse, it is sold out, which is stupid. I like that it's at the $120 price point as opposed to $125 or $26. I think with tax and everything, when I pre-ordered mine, I went through Amazon just because it's easier. It was about 100 and with tax and everything, it's like about 130. So not too bad. Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to get them for the Sentai versions, it works both ways. Personally, I'd never use the civilian heads. So I never, ever use the civilian heads. That's just my personal preference. I think I want to see them as Rangers, not as, the people. I don't know. The Rangers just look more interesting than the actual people. So, and the head sculpts are just not, they're just, bleh, But I think this is a good pack. The cool thing is that you've got three different variations in size for the figures. So if you look at the back of the packaging, you can see they're using 3 different body sculpts. Obviously, a female body sculpt for the White Ranger. And then you've got I believe it's blue and yellow. They are 6 1/4 inches tall. And this is 6.29 inches tall, black and red. So black and red are the same, a little bit taller than blue and yellow. And then white is the shortest, obviously, because she's female. So, but that's pretty cool. So that's just something I did want to talk about that is a positive. See, I'm not here to just beat the dead horse, Yeah, I'm hoping that the Chinese factory makes these too, but I wouldn't hold your breath. Actually, we can check right here. It'll actually tell you. Nope, Vietnam. It says right there. Made in Vietnam, right on the bottom. So let's, cross our fingers and hope that, you don't get a messed up version. But this is all the accessories that they do come with. They actually show them on the back of the packaging. Yeah, it was a no. But you do get an effect. You get extra set of hands, fist hands, which is cool. You get their sword. You get the sheath on the back, which I'm assuming will be already pegged in. Now, typical Hasbro, usually that would be a separate piece that you would have to plug in yourself. Sorry, my nose is like itching like crazy. And I'm pretty sure everybody comes with the same stuff. They're all fist hands, except for White Ranger. She comes with these kind of open gesturing hands. But everybody else comes with fist hands, except for the White Ranger. So, and hopefully everything fits in her hands. I've been noticing that a lot of female figures that weapons are not fitting in their hands as well as I'd like. So that's a thing to point out. But these went up for pre-order today. They're still available, so go check them out, please, if you want them. What else do I want to talk about? Let's go to Bookface. And we'll go over to Bookface, Facebooks. And we'll get that out of there. So like I said, I posted a link in this description for the live stream if you do want to pre-order them. I also put them on my Facebook page if you want to check it out there. And they, like I said, they do have a release date of June 1st of next year. Also be sure to check out this little stop motion I posted on my Facebook page as well. Really awesome stop motion there for the intro for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Pretty cool looking. Go check it out. Did a good job. Obviously, my Serpentor review is up still. If you want to check that out, you can. I might switch over to, where was it going to go? Where's it going to go? I'm trying to think. Let's check out McFarlane toys now. McFarlane has been just slaying them. Just slaying them lately. All right. So, not only have we been getting a lot, like a ton of reveals, and don't worry, I'm gonna go. We're gonna kind of go and flow, you know. But I do want to talk about this. This Eradicator is going to be released, and he just looks awesome. This is great, absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I love that we're getting, not only we're getting Connor Kent, Superboy, we're getting Eradicator. I cannot wait for McFarlane's take on Cyborg Superman. It's going to look phenomenal. And then Steel. I mean, there is so much sculpt work that I'm looking forward to on Steel. It's going to be glorious. It's going to be glorious. I won't give in. I won't give in till I'm victorious. Sorry. The next sword is supposed to be the White Tiger, I believe. Yes, that is correct, Jason. It is supposed to be the White Tiger. I saw the logo that they released, what was it, earlier today or yesterday? Excuse me. McFarlane's also running this 12 days of Christmas deals. And that is pretty awesome. All Batman Beyond bundle is 50% off. So if you want to go, add some extra rankings to your Batman Beyond collection, go for it. Pretty good deal. Over here, we have another new release, which was the DC versus Vampires Gold Label stuff. I don't know too much about this. I haven't read this, but I do, for the most part, like the suit. I like that we've got these old school kind of like brown buckles right here for the utility belt for Batman. The Batman symbol looks pretty good. I like the gauntlets and everything. I don't know. I might consider picking this up depending on what the rest of the body looks like. Can't really see too much here. I might end up picking this up and swapping the head and the hands and maybe making this like a regular Batman. Kind of gives off those old DC superhero vibes, you know? Yeah, I know. I cannot wait for Connor Kent. I cannot wait. But every day he's got 50% off something different. It's pretty awesome. So all the Disney Mirrorverse stuff. Guy is just, he is doing what he needs to do to make collectors happy. 5 gold label figure bundle, $50 bundle. 5 figures for $50. 5 figures. I'll say it again. 5 figures for $50. You can't beat that. That's $10 a figure. Got another product shot of Bane. Looks really good. I just got that Bane. I don't know if this is still going. Let's check. the date, so I'm not sending you somewhere you don't need to go. Let's check and see if this no, in the entire month of so if you, for the rest of the month of December, it's only the 7th right now, 50% off all Blackest Night figures. So you get the whole wave, you get 50% off. Use the code BN50. Pretty cool. That is a good wave. I just got that wave too. I'm kind of annoyed that I didn't wait. But that Atrocitus is a really good collected build too. It's a really good one. Overall, just a solid, really solid wave, I would say. But he has got deals up the wazoo. A free Gunslinger Spawn when you spend $40. Get a free figure. Buy two figures, get a third one for free. I don't know Hasbro has ever done that. I don't think they barely even did dropping prices down on their figures. That's how greedy they are. McFarlane gives away free figures. I don't ever remember Hasbro doing that. Like ever. Just goes to show you. Oh, and this is something I want to talk about. The Doomslayer, the OG Doomslayer, is up for pre-order. Gold label version. I was actually considering picking it up. Looks pretty good. I'm hoping that he does re-release some of the newer Doomslayer from the newer ones, which was whatchamacallit. Can't think of anything. My brain's not working right now. So I apologize. All right, so I did want to talk a little bit more Hasbro too. We're going to kind of flip-flop. And if you guys want to talk about something, I can always head to it too. You're not into the whole versus vampire story, but the Batman is cool. Yeah, I think I might just use that body. I don't know too much about it either, Brenda, so I'm right there with you. All right, so let's look, because there was a bunch of reveals. I was talking with I can't talk. I was talking with Strident earlier about the Marvel Legends. Let's go take a look. Because they revealed a whole bunch of stuff today. And some might be worthwhile. Some stuff was also announced, like this pack was announced since the last time I've done a live stream. So, there's a lot that I haven't really touched on. This is a box set. It's $124.99. Do the math here. It's it's a full wave of figures. So I guess it's about right. 5 figures at $25 a piece. That's the math that they're going with. You've got, really the only figure out of this that I would even want is Random. And the rest can all take a hike. I already have Strife from the original wave from all those years ago. It goes for like $300 or some ridiculous nonsense like that. Figure is not worth $300. I like the head sculpt on this one. It looks a lot more Jim Lee-ish than the other one, I want to say. It does look a hell of a lot more Jim Lee-ish than the other one. Excuse me. The other one looked kind of flat, like the head dress or the head helmet or the whatever you want to call it, the helmet on the figure. It looked like it was like, I don't know how to explain it, like just kind of flat, not as edged as this one is, not as epic. So I would say this is the better head sculpt. This is the one to probably get and go for. I don't think he comes with any extra hands though, does he? Maybe I'm wrong here. I'm probably wrong. Yes, he does come with extra hands. Thank God I'm wrong. He comes with, wait, does he not come with a sword? He doesn't come with a sword. Okay. That's a little silly. But he comes with open gripping hands and then fist hands. So maybe people just don't want him to hold the sword. Maybe they don't need it. Then we got Marvel's Pretty Boy and Vertigo. I mean, I wouldn't mind Vertigo. I don't need a whole box set of these characters that I just don't care that much about. But Strife is going to be selling the set, and I guarantee Random is going to be another seller of the set. Zero, don't care. They're just reusing obviously they're reusing the Doctor Strange deluxe figure, what you call it, effect piece. Yeah. Like I said, other than Random, I don't really care. We're gonna get to that, Andy. We're gonna get to that. Let's go back over here. I don't know if they even have these up yet. Excuse me. Pardon me. Coughing all over the place. Talked about Baron von Strucker. I talk about Molecule Man. I hate that character design is awful. This is one of the worst character designs I've ever seen. These are starting to hit store shelves. This whole retro wave, which is a pretty decent looking wave. She's the big selling point. Spiral. Mojo, I just don't think that Mojo's that much better than the Toy Biz one. So I already have the Toy Biz one. Had it for a long time, so I'll pass. Let's go to some of what Andy was talking about. Let's go to the. Let's see. Let's go there. We'll talk about Corsair, and we'll talk about Rogue, and we'll talk about Blob, and we'll talk about a whole bunch of stuff. Holy shit, $55. Ugh. So Hasbro's Marvel Legends Deluxe Blob is $56. He's a fan channel release. Pre-order at 1:00 on Thursday, tomorrow. So, yeah. Oh, I don't know if I like that price. I want the Blob, but Jesus. I'll wait for a sale. Thank you, but no thank you. Does look good, though. I will say that. I mean, nothing moves the Blob. Me looking at dozens of Blob Marvel Legends figures as peg warmers because no one's going to pay $56. The $56 price tag, he says. Nothing moves the Blob, indeed. Yeah. Is it? It's not just me. So it's not just me that sees this stuff and is like, yeah, no. It's not just me. I have to keep telling myself that. It's not just you, Anthony. It's not. He comes with 2 fist hands and a head. Nothing to see here, folks. Keep the line moving, you know? You have the old Baff, so you're good. Yeah, I mean the old Baff, you see it's definitely aged. I would say objectively, when you're looking at this opposed to the old one, this looks better. It does. The anatomy looks better. I would say it's not that much better, but it's better. Some of the ankles are real weird on that old Baff. Like I don't own it. Oh my God, people in Canada. I feel so bad for people in Canada. This guy's like, it's going to be like $90 in Canada. It's ridiculous. Like, honestly, I'm glad he's not a Build-A-Figure. I'm glad for a lot of people that he's not a Build-A-Figure, and myself. But I'm not paying, $60 for him? Is this figure worth $60 to somebody? That's pushing Mezco prices. I know Mezco's are like $100. Some of them are like 80. That's close, man. When you got okay, let's compare this, right? Let's objectively compare. You ready? Let's take a McFarlane. Let's take, you know what? Something that has 10 times more sculpting, probably 10 times better range of motion. Let's take Swamp Thing. Okay? We'll take Swamp Thing. Ready? Any deluxe figure from McFarlane and compare it to this blob, which is deluxe quotation marks. Is this considered deluxe? It's not going to be as big as Swamp Thing. I promise you that. I will bet everything I own on that. It's not going to have nearly the amount of sculpting that Swamp Thing does, and it won't have the range of motion that Swamp Thing does. Okay, well, maybe you're saying, well, you know, Swamp Thing's anatomy is totally different. Okay, well, fine. Let's go one better. We'll go Clayface. Hey there, Clayface. Clayface is extremely limited. I bet you they have the same range of motion, and the figure's $20 cheaper. And Clayface, shit, Swamp Thing, you can get them for like $30 now. So where's this extra money going? I just don't get where they're getting these prices from. Same quality, higher prices. Oh Lord. Moving on. This idiot. I'll pay it. You're an idiot. You sure will. I hope you do. Anyway, moving on. Fang. So here's Fang. You know, he's not a necessity by any means. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be like, who the hell is Fang? He's an X-Men character. I mean, I had him when I was a kid. I had him in the old Toy Biz. What was it, like 4-inch, 5-inch line? I think it was like 5 inch. They were like 4 or 5 inches. 5 inches, I think. To the environment. Is Hasbro slowly getting rid of BAFs? I have always been a advocate for not doing Build-A-Figures anymore because I don't think people will buy full waves anymore. I think Hasbro has priced them out of people buying full waves of figures. It makes more logistical sense and more cost sense to sell the Build-A-Figure separately than the whole wave. People are spending like $160 on a wave of Marvel Legends. Like, that's ridiculous. I remember spending $120 was too much. I don't think Hasbro, I think they're, you know what? Hasbro's got the same mindset as Disney. They, you know how Disney's like this, was like this, like when Walt Disney, just follow me on this. When Walt Disney invented and started up Disney World, okay, it was meant, its whole purpose was meant to be a blue collar, affordable, grandiose amusement park for your imagination. Like, imagine the coolest rides and like the coolest attractions ever, but on a budget, right? If you go to Disneyland or Disney World now, you're going to spend like $3 or $4 grand on a Disney World trip to Orlando. If I'm spending $3 or $4 grand, I'm going to Jamaica. I'm going to Europe. I'm not going to Disney World. What? Like, look at all what they're doing with that stupid hot garbage of a mess of a failure of that Star Wars experience hotel. they're charging people $10,000 for one room. Like what? Like what are we talking about? Who is this for? Disney World is not meant for normal people. It is meant for rich elitists. That's what Hasbro is becoming. They want rich elitists buying their stuff. And now you've got, like, I'm sorry, but I've seen it. I've seen it on Facebook. I have seen it a lot of different places. I have seen other elitist POS, and you know what POS stands for. POS collectors calling other collectors broke. Oh, this ain't meant for the broke people. Who are you? I dare you say that shit to my face. I dare you. Oh my God. Somebody called me broke I will slap them across the universe. But that's what you have now. That's what collecting's become. It's become this rich fascist, elitist, I don't know, corporate brown nosing community. There's no community really. I mean, come on. In general, people like maybe it was never like that, but in my mind, I always thought, the collecting community, it would be so cool to meet other collectors, and we all try to look out for each other and do the right thing and say, hey, maybe don't buy that one because hey, this version's better. You don't have that anymore. You got people calling people poor. You got other people calling, saying, oh, look how much I spent on the same figure. I bought 25 of the same Deadpool, and I'm going to post it online because my flex is that big, bro. These people suck. They all suck. Let's just be honest. All those people suck. They probably have no life other than collecting. They probably don't even pay attention, or they're probably divorced because their wife or girlfriend won't talk to them because all they talk about is toys all the time. Because they have nothing else to offer other than, just toys. God. This is just a venting night for me. But you see it all the time. You're constantly beaten over the head with the same thing over and over, seeing it over and over. Our collectors arguing with each other constantly. You have to say something about it, right? Anyway, Fang, I don't know how I got off on a tangent there with good old Fang here, but there's Fang. He's whatever. I guess. He's a mediocre at best character and mediocre at best figure. I don't know. I don't know how many people are really they're really dipping into the obscure pool here with good old Fang. But moving on to Chamber. I mean, this will be a good civilian body for somebody. I like the leather jacket, looks pretty cool, and the black pants, and there's a whole lot of black going on here. Head sculpt looks very intriguing. Omega Boy, or Omega Kid Omega, or whatever the hell his name is. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really know too much about this character. Look, I mean, come on, it's not just me. Oh my God. Oh yeah, Robbie Reyes is human form. That's a good Robbie Reyes human form right here, folks. Good call there, Jason. Thank you. Holy Moses. Okay, moving on. Corsair. All right, so I had a custom made of Corsair, and I don't think I need this one. I'm gonna be honest with you. My custom kicks the ever loving crap out of this one. I believe I made a video of it. What was it? 2016 or 17 when I got that figure. And Stevie D Customs did that figure for me, and it is absolutely phenomenal. Head sculpt is fantastic. It's just top to bottom, he nailed it. And this will be really good. For me, I don't need this, but this is one of those releases where if I did not have that figure, I would be really stoked about this one. So, Corsair, I mean, you got to have if you're a Cyclops fan, you've got to, or a Cyclops Summers family fan, or if you want to fill out the rankings of that family, you got to get Corsair here. So that's a good one. Another White Queen. This is a huge pass for me. Astonishing X-Men. Sure. This is definitely an upgrade from that original one. Good grief. That original Astonishing X-Men figure. Let's take, you know what? Let's take a trip down memory lane. Let's go to Hasbro's first shot at this one. Let's see if it pops up. It should. Wait till you get a load of me. Oh my God, I might die on stream tonight. Good grief. Look at this beaut. Look at this beaut right here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Hottie. Sign me up. Good God. Not as bad as Rogue from Toy Biz. Oh, Rogue. She looks like the knockoff version. That old Toy Biz Rogue looks like the knockoff version that should be named Rouge instead of Rogue. Yeah, this figure's awful. This is definitely a really good. It's not the exact same version, but I mean, good God, the wrist joints, the elbows, the face, the hair. The hair looks like it's literally like a piece of plastic on top of her head. It looks awful. The legs are awful. They look like string beans. It just, the figure couldn't stand either for the life of it. Just awful across the board. Just an absolute, just disaster. So this is their second shot at it. It's definitely better. The face still looks a little weird. I don't know. If you got the box set one from the what you call it? Oh, the Walgreens exclusive, more modern looking one is really great. Plus, you came with an extra head. Or if you got the box set version of White Queen, I think that's the one to get. I would spend your money the right way and go get that. Don't get this one. I just think that one looks way better. So, the Astonishing Cyclops is probably. I mean, I'm a big Cyclops fan. Cyclops and Beast are my two favorite X-Men of all time. And this is definitely a huge upgrade from Let's Go Back in Time again. It's going back in time. Let's get out of there. Oh boy, here we go. Oh boy. So this is actually not Astonishing Cyclops right here. This is actually a bad comparison because this is the proper comparison because this is actually Astonishing Cyclops. This is what it's supposed to be portraying. That I have this figure. It's not very good. He's gangly. He's got gorilla arms. The ankles really suck on him. He doesn't articulate naturally. I mean, this is just a very dated figure. It was never really an awful figure, but it's not all that great either. And it's definitely, I want to say, this new body. I don't know if this is a brand new body or if it's just on the Vulcan body. Somebody can let me know, I'm sure. But this does look a lot better. I will say that. As far as the anatomy goes, I'm sure he'll articulate a lot better. This is a much better update, I want to say, than, that the White Queen, I want to say, when you compare the two. So this might be something I might actually, get. All right. So this is something that, like I said, Stride and I were talking about. This is something I really did want to touch on. Because I don't know if I necessarily agree with this being a 3-pack. I'm not sure how many people really want the away team look. They're kind of training gear when you already have, probably on the Vulcan body. Yeah, thank you, Andy. That's what I figured. I just, I didn't know. But the Vulcan body, I mean, I think it makes sense as far as that goes, especially Vulcan too. Part of that familia. So here we have Gambit, we've got Banshee, and we've got Psylocke. I want to say for the most part that it doesn't look like a bad set. It's just not something I necessarily care to get. Like if you already have Gambit and you already have Psylocke, why would you need these? Unless you're just trying to get that cover artwork or some of that old Jim Lee artwork and try to portray that. Now, Banshee, I think, is a must get. Okay? Because Banshee used that costume kind of normally. He used the green and yellow costume too, but he also used this costume quite a bit when he was with the team. So Banshee's the selling point. So I would definitely want to pick him up, and I'm not buying a 3-pack to get him. So I will buy him loose, and I will buy him. Hopefully he's on sale. What kind of has me worried is his cloth goods. Hasbro is excessively cheap with their cloth goods, and especially when it comes to some sort of cloth goods like Storm had for the Giant Size X-Men Storm with that 2-pack. And any Storm that they've come out with, it was that like cheap. It's not really like even like a fabric. It's like a cheap. It's just I just call it cheap crap is what it is, because that's what it is. It's like a, how do I explain it? The Superpowers Superman cape that just came out? It's that. It's like that cheap crap cape where it's technically a cape, but if you fold it or if it's sitting too long, or it'll crease like crazy or wrinkle like crazy. So hopefully that's not the case, but I bet you that's what's going to be the case. But new X-Men comics have spoiled Psylocke. Betsy for you. Yeah. Psylocke head sculpt is the only thing you want from that. Yeah, I don't blame him. It's a good head sculpt. Definitely really good head sculpt. So let's see. Next up, we've got Storm, Forge, and Jubilee. Like I said, this is going to be another one of those. Do you actually need it? Because you already have, the majority of people already have the Jim Lee Storm, the Jim Lee Jubilee, and the Jim Lee Forge. So I don't know how much of this is actually going to fancy anybody. Like I said, this is going to be a very niche set of 3-packs. I would have just released this as a box set and called it a day. I mean, instead of doing 3-packs like this is going to be what, $75 for each 3-pack is what I'm assuming. Not what it is, but what I'm assuming. I don't know. Like I said, none of this is anything special to me. I love Storm. Storm is my favorite female character out of Marvel, besides Sue Storm too. So I want to say Sue Storm and Storm. The Storm ladies are my ladies. But I like the head sculpt on Storm. It looks really good. Forge looks good. Jubilee looks. There's nothing wrong with the way they look. I don't care for that look. You want this one for Storm? Yeah. I mean, maybe I'll eventually get the Storm, but I'm certainly not going to pay $25 for her, and I'm certainly not going to buy a 3-pack for her. Next up was this re-release. Now, I never was able to get this. My stepson has this, and he was telling me yesterday, I need to get that. I'm like, you already have it. What's wrong with it? But it's better. I'm like, all right. But he comes with a bunch of stuff. This is probably going to be $30. That's what I'm guessing. I am going to predict this will be $30 because he comes with extra hands. He's on a newer body, if not a brand new body. I don't know if it's brand new, but this is the video game version of that. What was it? Spider-Man video game. I don't mind the design. I think the design looks pretty good. It doesn't bother me. I don't need it. And I'm certainly not going to spend $30 for a bunch of effects that have been around for years now. But he comes with 5 effects and an extra set of hands. So I guarantee this will not be $25. I would put money on that. I don't know how much money, but excuse me. Like I said, still fighting off a cold. I apologize. Kraven was next. I don't need this Kraven. I'm sure this is a really good thing, especially that other Spider-Man I just showed. That Spider-Man, this Kraven. For a lot of people that don't have these, this is your third shot, or second and then third with Kraven shot at getting him. This guy over here, please have an alternate head. I don't think he's going to. Hopefully he's only retail. I would hope he's not $30. He doesn't really even come with much. It's probably the same exact body mold too. I can't imagine this being a new body mold for Kraven. I have the more modern one, not the classic one that came with the flat shoes that look terrible with the screaming head. I have the OG one with the boots and the skulls on his knees, and the one that came in the wave. I can't remember even what wave that was. It was so long ago. On the new body. And then we've got classic looking Rogue here. This doesn't really scratch an itch for me. I have the Jim Lee Rogue. I don't need. This just doesn't do anything for me. It probably does, I mean, this guy over here is like, I wish they showed some MCU stuff. Please, no. This will scratch somebody else's itch. It's just not for me. I don't need it. Plus, I mean, if you're going to do it, do the short hair version. I don't know why they did the long hair version, but there's another shot at Fang. I don't know if this is just recycling. It's probably recycling. All right, let's get out of that. I don't know. Out of those, I mean, what are you guys looking forward to the most out of those? And they did announce that they're going to be more Starjammers. So that's pretty cool. I wouldn't mind getting the Starjammers, but, they're going to have to be for the right price. Let's see. I think that's pretty much it as far as releases go, as far as like reveals and releases and stuff like that. Here's another shot at Blob and what the packaging is going to be. I wonder if his skin is textured, because you can see. Me too, Jason. I want Wolfsbane also. That Rogue will finish your Outback team. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But you could see like freckles all over him. I wonder if his skin is like textured, kind of like the old Build-A-Figure, because you could feel like the type of like his skin felt textured and weird, like the plastic. And Farrell and Wolfsbane would pretty much just finish off what we needed. I wish they would go ahead and just release a box set of the original New Mutants team with like OG Cannonball and OG Sunspot and Wolfsbane and Karma. And I know they had that Walgreens exclusive years ago where you had the 3 different heads and hands and stuff like that, but just come on. At this point, give us a good, nice little box set. You're doing obscure characters anyway. You might as well do a box set of them. What difference does it make? I'm skipping right past MCU stuff. Final day for Dorkside, going out of business. December 18th is their last day. So if you're trying to get something from Dorkside, I would buy it now or sooner rather than later. They're about 11 days away from closing up the shop, Billy. You want another Angel? I didn't. You know what? I got that the deluxe one, and that thing had some like bad QC issues. Like his arm was like super loose, and it would flick the arm, and it would go flying. Not flying off the body, but like flying like a windmill. And then what other issues did I have with that? The neck was like still super stiff. But I was fortunate enough to have the metallic-y one. Not the overpriced expensive X-Force box set one, but the Wave. I think it was part of the Wave. I can't remember. What was that Wave? Oh my god, it was so many years ago. It's the purple one. It's like the metallic purple one. I have that one. He's still hanging out over there. But yeah, I did not like that deluxe one. He was kind of a mess. Yeah, I agree, Andy. It's pretty crazy that Dorkside's that whole situation with Dorkside. Pretty crazy. What else happened? There's something I'm forgetting, and I know I'm going to forget it. Mythic Legions. That's right. So let's go over to. I'm going to move my mic out of the way for a second. All right. So the Mythic Legions had another figure Obscura, Father Christmas. And I don't know if he's still even in stock. I'm passing on this one. I don't necessarily need this. I'm also trying to save up funds for the wave. What's wrong with me? I can't think of anything. The Necronominus wave. But let's see. Here's the all-in bundle. And it is still up. You can still get it. Comes a lot of stuff. So here is the figure Obscura. Father Christmas all in. It looks like a really good figure, though. Like, that's a lot of really cool, like, stitch work and robes going on there. That is really cool. All new head sculpt, all new cloth goods. Comes with a little gingerbread man in his hand. It's hysterical. Comes with a little drum. Got a little satchel. And he comes with, what else does he come with? Comes with a, let's see. Oh, that's just the packaging. It says Happy Holidays. This is a really nice set. Not, like I said, not something that I necessarily need. I'm not the biggest Christmas person on the planet to begin with. I still have Krampus from last year, and he'll fill that void for me because I'm more of a horror fan than I am a happy-go-lucky ho 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 Merry Christmas. You know, I'm assuming this is a pin, and that's his head on there. So with the all in, you get obviously the packaging, you get the pin, and you get a mug, which looks pretty cool, and the figure for $85. So, I mean, to each their own. If you want to go ahead and get this, you could go for it. This is all the accessories he comes with. He comes with a little Christmas tree. He comes with a lantern and two heads, long beard and short beard. Must be his brother, long beard. A satchel, a cane, a little trumpet, a little elf person, two wreaths on his head. For his head, maybe? I don't know. And then we've got some toys in a satchel, which looks pretty funny. Pretty cool. Now, and over here, it looked like he was. Hold on a minute. Am I going crazy? Oh, for a second, it looked like a ginger. Oh, it was just the coloring. My bad. I thought he was holding a gingerbread man, but he is not. That is a little elf toy. I don't know. It's a cute little set. It's nothing too crazy, but the all in is still available. I remember the Headless Horseman all in sold out in like 10 seconds. But both versions are available. So pretty cool. A little option for people that if you want to check something a little bit different out. You can buy the mug separately too. $12. I believe it's a little Krampus greeting card. That's hysterical. What's that about? My stomach is going crazy right now. It's like brrr. Let's see. It's pretty funny. Pretty funny. It's a little greeting card. It probably has some sort of message in there from Krampus, or that's funny. Obviously the whole Necronominus wave is still up for pre-order, so be sure to get your pre-orders in. The pre-order does end. I believe that was, what was that? Let's just check Sir Gideon here. January 15th of next year at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So be sure to get your pre-orders in. Keep saving up that moolah money. They're giving you almost about 2 months. They were going to be giving you. So pretty cool stuff. And that might do it. I think that is about it for the stream and everything. I don't think there's too much else to really discuss or talk about as far as figures go. I know I went off on tangents and rants and stuff like that. There was stuff I did wanted to discuss, and there's stuff I wanted to get off my chest about just toy stuff. Now, like I said, this is all first world problem stuff. It's not the end of the world. I am not mad. I am just pointing out stuff that are very frustrating things to see. Anytime, Jason. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks for chatting with me. Appreciate it. You too, Andy. But I'll probably be doing another one of these toy hunt. Now, when I say toy hunt, thrill of the toy hunt, it's mostly to find things for people that they aren't. It's also to talk some toys, talk about what's being released, what has been released. It's kind of all in one. That's kind of what I want this to be, this segment for my channel to be, to help people out. If you don't know, like, you need a link to something, or if you need information on something, that's, and if maybe I need information from you guys about stuff, that's the whole point of all of this, is what I'm trying to get at. Is I'm doing a very bad job of saying that. Let me double check and see if was there any G.I. Joe stuff? There was some G.I. Joe stuff that just started popping up at stores. There's the Tiger Force. Outback is now popping up in store. There is, like I said, my Serpentor review is up. I'm working on Dr. Mindbender. I'm still finishing up on Time Force Blue's done. He'll probably be the next review that's up. And then I'll go and finish up on my Ace Duck Super 7 review. And then we'll move on to Dr. Mindbender. I'll get that review up as well. It's been kind of hard lately. It's been kind of hard and busy just with stuff going on. But yeah. What was it? Tiger Force Outback. Like I said, I got my Tiger Force Outback. I forgot it. Like I said, I forgot I even had it on order from Hasbro Pulse, because I rarely even order from Hasbro Pulse, but I did get that. So expect that review too. I'm going to get my G.I. Joe stuff up. I know there's a lot of people wanting it, but for some reason, not a lot of people watching it. People asking for it, but then they're not watching it. So I don't know. I don't know. I think that's pretty much it. I should just probably draw it to a close here. Thank you to everybody who hung out today. Andy, Jason, thank you so much. Let's see. Brenda, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Tim Taylor, thanks for hanging out, bud. KJ Smith. And I hope that link helped everybody. I hope you're able to get your Alien Rangers. And yeah, that's going to be pretty much it for me. If you're watching this on playback, thank you for watching. If you have anything to add, leave it in the comment section below. Be sure to hit that thumbs up. That does help the channel. And be sure to hit the ding your dongs, hit that bell for notifications and stuff. Make sure it's on all, not just, you hit the bell. Make sure it's on all so you get all the notifications for like live streams or the latest video or anything else. As far as I do a lot of video premieres, so people have enough time to know, this is when the video will be up or ready to watch. But sometimes I do sprinkle in just a random upload. I'll just upload something. So be sure to hit the thumbs up, though. It takes 2 seconds to do, and it does help out the channel. And if you haven't subscribed, do that too. That helps as well. I'm getting close to 5,000 subscribers. We're slowly getting there. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Thank you all for your attention and support. And I'll see you guys on the flip side.